Hi everyone, welcome to CSDC Connect. My name is Astha and I'm your soft skill trainer. So friends, today we are going to discuss about a very important topic that might land you in your dream job, and that's about resume writing. So now, today we are going to discuss few things about how to draft your resume, a few basic difference between a resume, biodata, curriculum vitae. Also, we will look into what is a cover letter. So basically, you might be having the information about all the things that I have told right now, but the minute technicalities and the minute details need to be clarified. So let's continue and let's see what's a resume first of all. A resume, it's like a tool for you. It's a marketing tool that will help you to tell your story to a potential employer. So now, first of all, we will try to understand the basic differences between a resume, a biodata and a CV. So let's carry forward and let's see what's a biodata. So you must have seen that a biodata basically consists of your personal details. It may consist of your name, your place, your date of birth, time. Also, it might tell about the physical appearance as well, like your height, your weight, your color, eye color, etc. So that was about biodata. Now, the next one is curriculum vitae. A curriculum vitae is basically used for academic as well as research related jobs. So it is a comprehensive detailed document about all your qualification as well as professional credentials that you might have acquired, and it is very much comprehensive. Now let's move on to the resume, about which we are going to talk today. So a resume is a very brief document that consists of your skills. Basically, it is used for job related purposes. It should not be too big, like one pager or two pager might be enough. So now I hope that you might have got a very clear idea about what is a resume, what is a CV, and what is a biodata. Now let's move forward and let's see the elements of a resume, which is very important. All of us have a bit of idea about that, but when it comes to the presentation part or maybe how to put the details in a resume, there the students get confused. So one by one, we will check out all the details. So let's move on first to the contact information. So as you can see, the contact information consists of your name, your contact details. Now in your contact details, you can put your address, your email address and your phone number so that the concerned HR can contact you. The next one is your objective. The objective of the resume is one of the most important elements from the entire document. So you should be very precise and very clear that why are you searching for that job role, or what field do you want to apply for, or in case you are mentioning a very specific job role, so you should mention there that why are you applying for so and so job role, or why do you consider an ascent as an ascent for the job role. So now there are few examples which we can see here. So the first one you can see is to design computer graphic software for training applications. So this is one of the examples. The next example we can see to acquire a managerial position as a human resource executive in the insurance industry. So you can see this is such a targeted explanation about your objective, right? So we have to be very precise with the choice of words when it comes to the objective part. Now, the next one is your work experience. When we mention the work experience in a resume, so we should follow a proper pattern. As you can see here, first of all, we should mention the date and the time period for which you have worked in so and so company. The next one is the job title, the employer, the company name and the place. This is very important for you to mention. Maybe it can be verified later on by the HR. The next one is skills utilized and job responsibilities. This is a very crucial part because your resume reflects where you have worked upon and what are the skills that you might have utilized or new skills that you might have learned, so that the next employer can also get an idea and provide you a good job role. Now, The next one is your accomplishments or maybe your achievements. Maybe you got awarded with the Employee of the Month, or maybe you might have got an all-rounder award, or any of the projects that you might have led in your company that brought various rewards to you. So this was about the work experience. Now the next one is education, about your educational qualifications or maybe your professional qualifications as well. One thing we should take care always, that whenever we are mentioning the educational qualifications, we should always follow the reverse chronological order. Reverse as in, let's say you're a post-grad. So you should mention the post-graduation details first, after that your graduation details, and then your class 12th and 10th, and so on and so forth. So this is how we should go forward with the educational qualification. Now the next ones, since you are in college as of now, so might be you like you are not, you are a fresher, you have not got any experience yet in any of the companies, right? So you can definitely go forward with the project details. Please take care that whatever project you have worked upon, you should be very honest while you're mentioning in the resume, because that is what reflects upon your skills. Maybe when your resume gets shortlisted, so the questions will be definitely asked from this aspect. So please take care that each and every word that you are mentioning into this part, you are fully aware of that. So the project done, it consists of project title, objective, the details. The details now, it consists of the technicalities, maybe some technology that you might have used, some researches that you might have done. So here you can be a bit detailed so that the employer gets to know your skills and what work you have done on your project and what have you learned, a very important thing. Now, the next one is your internships. So in the final year, we go for internships. So in the internships, you should definitely mention the project title, the company name, the place, and the duration for which you have done the internship. Also, you should definitely mention in which area you have worked upon and what skills have you acquired and what skills that you had utilized in your internship, and definitely any accomplishments if you have. A very important part, internships, so you should definitely go for this. Now some extracurricular activities, like if you're interested in playing some sports, maybe some singing, some dancing, or maybe any hobby that you might be having, that you should definitely mention. Now these things which I'm going to tell you, these are like add-ons, they are like value addition for your resume. So if you're having any value addition, you can definitely do it. So the first one is any additional certifications, for example any computer course, NCC certificate, language certifications. Many people, they go for the third language, so you can definitely mention it over here. And the last one is any of the diplomas. Now these are few examples I'm giving you. You can just go ahead with any of the certifications which you feel like that is an add-on for your resume, you can definitely mention. So the same thing here, computer proficiency. This is basically like more for the technical people, for the students, for the engineering students. Whatever technical skills you have, whatever programming languages knowledge you have, or any such thing, you should be very clear and very precise with that, and you should mention it definitely in your resume. Now, your personal details. So the personal details, you can go ahead with your father's name, date of birth, your interests and hobbies, and language proficiency. Language proficiency as in the languages that you know and which you can speak, which you can talk, which you can write and understand. Now, let's move forward for the action words. Like words are like jewels for the entire PDF. The kind of words that you are using, that definitely makes a very big impact on the employer. So if you are using some positive, some good words, so definitely you'll see that the employer will be more impressed by your resume, and you might get a call. So there are few words, I have just put it over here. Like if you are going for some research related like title, so you can use the words like collected, diagnosed, reviews, again like communicated, convinced, directed. So these are very positive words. This is a group of words, you can just look here and you can just put in your resume instead of using the same words again and again. Now, the format, very important part again. We should always take care of the minute details, because as I have told you, the resume is just like a marketing tool for you. So you should not make any mistakes. So just avoid making the silly errors. So the first thing, use the left justified format. Like in MS Word, when you will go, you can just see this alignment. The next one is use the same font throughout your resume. Whenever you're using any headings like qualifications, personal details, projects done, whatever main headings you have, put it in bold, and always use a standard style of font. Maybe Times New Roman is one of the examples. It depends on you, but it should be a standard format. The headings that you're putting, you can just put the font size between 14 to 18 and the rest in 12. It depends on you. Just I'm giving a bit of idea to you, because the resume should be very much synchronized, and the person who is watching your resume should be very much impressed by the format as well. Now, the next thing, the don'ts, which you should not do. Do not write resume on your resume, because the person who is holding your resume knows that it is a detailed document about your experiences, about your skills. So please don't mention this word. Next, no borders are allowed. No border should be there in the resume. Don't fold the paper. This is very often seen that when the freshers or maybe the experienced people also, when they are having the hard copy, they are having some walk-in interviews. So by the time their chance comes, their resume gets folded and crushed. So please avoid this, because that is a very special document for you, and you should preserve it very nicely, because that can give you your dream job. So that's a very important task. Now let's talk about the cover letter. Many students don't know actually what's a cover letter. They don't know the difference between a cover letter and a resume. So basically, cover letter is a very important part which often gets ignored by the people. A cover letter is the first introduction that you give to your employer even before your employer is watching your resume. So please make sure that you are adding the correct details in the cover letter. Now, what the cover letter should consist of, that is a very important point. Now, there are few questions which are over here. So the first question, what position are you applying for? So it is expected that your cover letter is going to give this answer to the employer. So be very specific with the role for which you are applying for. Now, the next one is, why do you want to work for this employer? So here you should tell the employer that why are you applying for the job, why are you very much grateful for this opportunity, or maybe how can you prove to be an asset for the employer. So then only the employer will go ahead with their resume. Now the next one is, what is your next step going to be? So this is basically about the future prospects. You can tell about your short-term aims or maybe a bit of your long-term aims, but please make sure that your cover letter should be very good. It should be sound, because if your cover letter gets ignored, then your resume would definitely not be read. So just draft this cover letter very precisely. I hope that you must have understood about resume building today, how to draft your resume, and I hope all the best to you. I hope that now the resume that you are going to make will land you in a very perfect job, your dream role. Thank you for connecting with us.